So where to now?
That's a great question.
Well, it's like it's deja vu all over again. Just 2 weeks ago, we were heading down this same highway to our upfitter to check out our van, but this time we are going to be coming back with a van. And what is the biggest question that people keep asking us? Where are we going to go on our first trip? You know what? We don't actually know yet.
And the reason for that is because we are so focused right now on figuring out what we need for this van to organize, to be able to live comfortably, and as well, we need to spend some time getting Benny adjusted to the space. So in our very near future, I think we'll be spending time in our driveway, and then we're going to start expanding a little bit further out from home. Not too far though, just in case we need something and need to come back.
And here we are, it's actually happening. The van is done. As we head home, we'd like to give a shout out to Good Times Van Co., the upfitter that built our van. They did such an awesome job. If you're anywhere near Vancouver, BC, we highly recommend them. They do everything from full conversions like this to modifications like adding insulation, cabinets, roof racks, windows, heating, electrical, you name it. We've linked to their website and Instagram in the description below. Be sure to let them know you heard about them here. Next comes a really important step. Our van is currently insured as a private vehicle, meaning that in an accident, only the vehicle itself is covered. So we need to convert the registration to a motorhome. That way, all the expensive additions like solar, batteries, flooring, walls, etc. will be covered in the event of a mishap. To be eligible, a conversion needs to have a sleeping area and at least 3 out of 5 of the following attached in a way that needs tooling to remove. 1. Cooking facilities. Nope. Our induction burner is not attached. 2. Refrigeration. Yes, our fridge is built in. 3. Toilet. Also nope, as it is not attached. 4. Heating or air conditioning. Yes and yes. And 5. Water supply with faucet and sink. You bet. So since we qualify, we now need a private vehicle inspection report to confirm that the vehicle is roadworthy. A bit silly for a brand new van, but them's the rules. We did this at Canadian Tire. It took just over an hour and cost about $200 including tax. Next, we need to weigh the vehicle to make sure it's still under the maximum gross weight. For this, I called the weigh station to confirm there would be someone there. And it's free. You just show up, tell them you'd like a weigh ticket, drive through, follow the signs, go back in and pick up your report. Thankfully, our lightweight build is well under the maximum weight. We have room for another 800 kilograms or 1,700 pounds of water, cargo, etc. Okay, now that we have all that, it's just a simple matter of going to our local ICBC broker, filling out some more paperwork, and changing our license plates. We decided to get BC Parks plates that help support the organization since we spend a good amount of time at provincial parks and recreation sites. A big shout out to Ben at our local Westland Insurance. He helped us figure out this whole process and made it relatively easy.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a little bit of a process today.
But we got it all done, and now we have a fully registered and licensed motorhome. Woo!
So where to now?
That's a great question. We're in the driveway for now, so yeah. Good morning. Yesterday was a little bit of a long day, and so we got home and we literally just parked the van in the driveway. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. We leveled it first. So now that it's a fresh day and we're ready to start packing some things in here, why don't I quickly show you the things that were added since our last update video. All right, first up is our screen door here. It's a bug wall that our builder has kindly installed magnets, which are very strong magnets, to adhere onto the bottom to prevent Benny from escaping out the bottom. The nice thing about this that we like is we can zip up for a mini entrance. These roll up and clip, or we can zip up the entire thing and have all of it nice and open when there are no bugs. Come on inside now. All right, also new is our upper cabinets, which we went with fabric ones. I think we showed that to you once before. We've got 2 of them along here so far. We have tracks for a 3rd one for really long trips. And then we've got a 4th one here over our dinette. Our dinette now has a table, which is one of those kind of lagoon style tables. And we have a bracket off the end of the sink here for a 2nd one, which is stored under our step there. Now, some of you in our last video wondered where our toilet was, and we have our toilet. It's a portable composting toilet, so that's why it wasn't in the video last time. It was still in the box. We will have a full video on how this thing works, but it's the Trillino composting toilet. We also have our cooktop surface, so there will be a lot of one-pot meals coming to us in the future. And you can see our bed is now installed, and our bench here also has a cushion. And real quick for safety, we have our smoke and carbon monoxide detector, and under the sink is our fire extinguisher.
All right, now back here in our garage, we've got our portable ladder, and we've got a bug wall, which also has a handy magnetized solution that is Benny proofed. Now, you might know that getting an RV is only half the fun. The other half is all the accessories and toys that you get to bring along with you. So let's start packing.
All right, I've got everything that we have left over from the trailer to see what will fit in the van. Now, I know some of it will and some of it won't, but let's start with making the bed. You're gonna have to help with this. Just move it. All right, last piece. This is our quilt. We picked this up in Baja last time, which was, my gosh, I think that was almost 2 years ago, maybe more. We've got to go back to Baja. I like the color. What do you think?
Looking great.
Yeah.
It's like a bedroom.
It's cute. It's nice and bright. It accents nicely with the wood. All right, yeah, come see it from this side. What do you think, hun?
Yeah, that really looks like a home now.
Yeah, and the bed looks massive.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a queen size bed, but it almost looks like a king. Just like huge.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of van builds that we saw anyways, the bed, they would kind of forsake the size of the bed a little bit and maybe start it here at this kind of crossbar, and so they get this extra space for their counters or for like cupboards or whatever. But we were like, we want maximum sleeping space so that we're comfortable and get a good night's sleep. We've got our priorities straight.
And maximum garage space for all of the stuff we're going to be bringing.
Yes, so let's see what else was in this box here. See what else we can take from the trailer. Oh, well, this wasn't from the trailer, actually. We bought this recently. This is our new pan to cook. We also have cat scratchers. I don't know if we're gonna be able to fit these in, but we do have to have some kind of scratching solution for Benny, because he likes to scratch when he wakes up in the morning.
Yeah, in fact, I think a good spot for this might be under here, because with the chair here, you're never gonna have your feet too far over towards the wall. So we could install it like right on the wall here.
We've also got some things like a cheese grater, a couple knives here, and our massive salad bowls. Some things like this microwave food cover we're not going to use because we don't have a microwave. But this good knife, we will. Of course, we'll need a couple of dish towels. We've got various baskets for organizing things and bins. I don't know if we're going to be able to use those, but we've got them. And then we have a kettle. Now this induction, oh, it is induction safe.
I think we'd use the other kettle.
Okay, well, this was our camping whistling kettle, which is induction safe, which we did not realize, which is why we ended up buying this one.
Yeah, direct electricity will be more efficient than induction for that.
Oh, all right. So that's all we've got from the trailer stuff. Of course, we've got a whole bunch of things on order to try and organize the shower space and stuff. It just hasn't arrived yet. Now we need to test out to see if all of our toys are going to fit in the garage because, well, we have quite a few. So this is everything we need to be able to fit in our garage. It's all our toys as well as a bin of supplies, things like a water hose, which we are trying to do as small as possible. Check out this tiny little hose. It's 25 feet long. I think that's awesome. Anyways, so we will be filling that with more things, but we've also got our chairs, a little table, we've got paddle boards, I've got an e-scooter now, we've got our beach fence, which you might remember from our Baja trip, and our Animaka hammock. So this is a lot. I think we're a little ambitious, but I think we can do it. It's just a game of Tetris, right? What do you think should go in first? Ooh, look at that. It could go that way.
Oh yeah. So maybe we should put it the other way around.
Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna have to find a solution for that. Oh, that's good actually, because then we could put a little bin for our laundry.
Yeah.
All right, hammock time.
Yeah. I think this will go right in like that.
Perfect. Or we could stand up a paddle board there. And it would take up full vertical space.
Well, I was thinking of stacking the paddle boards on top, but I'm not sure if they're too wide.
I don't think it wants to go that way.
Nope, it's too wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, the hammock was in the only place that we could put it with.
It won't fit here?
It's like a foot at least too long.
Okay.
But do we want the scooter on the bottom or the hammock on the bottom?
I don't know. So hammock.
The scooter is going to be a real issue.
I don't know that it will fit. That's not gonna work.
It's the handles that are no good.
I want it in Baja though, for getting around.
I think so. If they're just like
and we're gonna have to
way too wide.
Oh yeah, there's a gap. Like on its side.
Maybe.
Does it fit?
Oh wait. Hey, look at that.
There you go. And now nothing wants to move forward.
That secures the scooter.
There we go.
Well, that actually kind of works.
Okay. Now we have to fit 2 paddle boards.
No, I think they're too long.
It's too long?
It's too long by like an inch.
Well, here's the latch.
I think it's just slightly too long, but let's double check just to make sure. Oh, I think we're good.
Really? Oh, happy day. Okay, we still got more things though. Let's keep going. Oh, hold that up. Yeah.
Oh, hold on here.
Oh my goodness, is this gonna work?
And then that comes down
and secures that. Oh my gosh, it's a puzzle. Okay, chairs, beach fence, slide on that side. Yeah, perfect. Chair. Oh, table. Little table. Are we gonna have a toolbox though? So where is the toolbox gonna go?
Well, that's a good question, isn't it? I don't know, there's like a lot of like extra
We've got vertical space, but
how to use it is still in question. I mean, I could just set it over there and we could move the table like, I don't know, the table could go anywhere really. This would definitely go on top of the bin.
yeah, we may have to do that.
Just have to secure it somehow.
Okay.
So I mean, this proves that it actually fits. And we still have lots of space. This may not be the configuration we go with, but at least we know that
we can get it in.
In terms of cubic volume, it definitely works.
Yeah. How are we looking?
Oh, actually, 9 feet 6 inches. Is that really at the bottom?
Yes, it's on the ground.
9 feet 6 inches. So now we have to update our little sticker inside the van so we don't forget. All right, now we got our little sticker. to make sure that we don't drive under any low-hanging bridges that we're going to hit. And we'll put that right there where we can see it really well.
Time to introduce Benny to the van. He's not used to going out the front door, except for things like going to the vet's office. So he's not really sure what's happening. Ooh, look at this. What's this? You want to go see? You want to go in? Have a look. He's like, oh, I don't know about this.
Try. All right, Boo, let's explore more. What's this? He's like, wait, I know this.
Aww. Do you know what is going through his mind though right now? He's like, now, what is this force field? How do I get back to the door, to the house? Can I come see? What'd you find? So one of my strategies for getting Benny used to the van is basically just spending time in the van when it's not moving and at home, because he's very familiar with our yard at home. And I want him to be very comfortable, and I want him to feel like this is an extension of the home. And the reason for that is because he, in his older age, is getting much more sensitive to travel days, we noticed. And so I don't want to just pop him in the van, let him have a sniff for 30 minutes, and then drive off. So we're going to probably spend a good week, him and I, hanging out here in the van. I'll get to do some reading, and maybe not just like the whole time, every day, every night in the van, but definitely increasingly more and more time. Today I'm starting with about an hour or so, and we'll just see how it goes. He's getting pretty comfortable already. He's looking out the window. He's really enjoying that. So that's a really good thing. I'm so happy to see that. He's already used the litter box as well, and he discovered that his bed is now behind the chair and that there's a bit of a hiding place there for him in the event that he does get spooked about something. He does still want to get into the house though, so I don't think he's totally comfortable yet, but we'll get there. I know we will. So, yeah.
So Mel has shown you this briefly already, but in this tiny little bag, we have a 25-foot hose, a water filter connector, and a filler connector, all in that tiny little bag. So we're really going to optimize space here. So now I'm going to test filling up the freshwater tank in our van. This bit looks a little funny, but you know, I think it's going to work. Now we need a key to get into our fresh water so that nobody can poison us. So that's not going to hold like that. All right, so forget everything I just said. I changed my mind. It makes way more sense to just install the filter at the water source and then just put this on the end, I think. Because then we can just stick that in there. Can I get it to just sit nicely? All right, let's start filling. Now it would be nice if I could find a way to like rest this somehow. But, oh wait, look at this. Ta-da! Hands free. All right, let's go around and see the water actually coming in. And it's super nice because we can actually see visually exactly how full it is. Now don't tell Mel, but I'm actually gonna test the overflow valve. Our builder put in a special feature that if you overfill it, it should just drain down through the bottom of the van. So let's test and see how that works. All right, it's getting pretty close to the overflow. So in theory, it's gonna come out right there, go down this tube here, and then exit from that tube there. Oh, it's happening. Yep, we have overflow protection. We'll turn it off because we don't really want to push our luck. But that's a nice feature in case you know, forget and walk off and overfill. And then this thing just folds up nice and small again. So this is great. Pop the cap back on. And we're done.
Okay, it's just the door. It's been a bit of a stressful van training afternoon for the poor little guy. Lots of people outside, lots of noises. He doesn't particularly love the sliding door on the side. It's cool enough out today that we've actually got that closed and only this open. And so when we closed it, he jumped, he was scared. And now just when Jay came in and opened it, he like tried to bury himself under me even more. So poor little guy got some noises to get used to. But right now I'm just trying to get him used to the space. Right? You gonna come out? The most pitiful, not now. I was thinking to celebrate our first night in the van that we would get pizza. And that would give us the chance to drive the van.
Yeah, you know, one of our neighbors is going to be smiling ear to ear because he said, oh, now that you have a van, you're just always going to be eating out. And we're like, no, we're going to be cooking in the van lots. But yeah, I think for this very first time, maybe pizza might be, it sounded pretty good to me.
Yeah, the whole just getting used to the space and having the van and like troubleshooting things a little bit has been a little bit overwhelming this week. And so I think to add on cooking as well, I think that just might put me over the edge. So
we will cook in the van.
100%.
Yes.
Just not tonight.
Yeah, not tonight.
Let's go get pizza.
Yeah. Now, remember that in the trailer, it would usually take us between 30 to 60 minutes to pack up and hook up. So now we're going to see how long does it take to get the van in order to be able to go and get pizza with the van.
Let me put on my stopwatch. All right, it's official. It's queued up. You ready?
Yep.
Go.
Go. All right, we got to do something with Benny's food and water.
Yes. There's things out on the counter. Like, we are so not in a position to be able to go anywhere yet.
Yeah, but this is a good test because, you know, if we have everything all strewn about,
yep.
How long does it take? So we'll dump Benny's water.
Oh, we should order the pizza.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, okay. Pause the timer.
No. This is all part of it.
Okay.
Hi there. I saw that there's a special on for 50% off of a pizza in Hope. Oh, we'll carry out. Melissa? Hello. Hi. You can't hear me? Sorry. Oh, could I have a large pepperoni pizza, please? 20 minutes? Okay, great. All right, thank you. Bye.
Well, meanwhile, I've been cleaning everything up, holding the camera with one hand, and it's still pretty quick.
Okay, what are we gonna do with the toilet?
Well, let's put the stuff away in the cupboard here.
We're gonna have all of these things figured out.
Can we get that blanket and put it just
And, like,
beside
stuff
it?
it in?
Yeah. We do actually have a solution to secure the toilet and everything, so stay tuned for that. I feel like that's almost it. Oh, and actually we have to take out all of these.
Yes, all of our window things, shades. Can't drive anywhere. Well, these are easy. And I think I need a jacket. It was so warm and cozy yesterday out here. It was like a summer day. Today is not a summer day. It is cold.
Pretty quick. We can leave the side one in.
Okay. Is there another bag up there? Or did two of these come in one? I think two comes in one,
The two side
right?
ones come in one.
That must, oh, that's for that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We should label these. Now Benny's bed has to be stowed for travel under the table.
Oh, okay. No more view. Uh-oh, scary.
Oh, he did not like that.
There he goes.
Back to hiding. So on the timer, it says 11 and a half minutes.
All right, well, I mean, that's not bad considering we ordered pizza. I did everything one-handed.
We're going to unlevel now. T-minus 6 minutes to pizza time. I think we can make it to the shop.
Yeah, and we're gonna go really slow just in case we forgot to move something or something is not attached correctly. So far, so good.
We were supposed to put him in his bed.
Oh, yes.
Lower center of gravity. Let's do that. Hi. What was that, huh? Come here. Let me show you. There you go. There, it's nice and low to the ground. All right, you want to come to the front?
Now, one thing I'll quickly mention while Mel's getting the pizza is that I have the van set up to automatically turn on the emergency brake every time I put it into park. And that's just generally good practice. If you're on a bit of an incline, make sure you're not gonna move around. You know, everything's nice and steady if you're walking around in the van, and it's easier on your transmission as well.
All right, I've got a tasty, tasty pepperoni pizza with garlic dips.
So now we've got to go back and have our dinner. But I was actually thinking, maybe we'll just go park somewhere else.
Yeah, I guess we could.
All right, let's park in a scenic spot for our dinner.
Next thing you know, we're just gonna drive somewhere else, and drive somewhere else, and drive somewhere else.
We'll just be camping all of a sudden, right? No, that's not gonna happen tonight.
Here we go.
All right.
And you're gonna swivel your seat?
Switch into dinette mode.
We've learned that it's best to swivel the seats when you're not sitting in it.
Dinette mode activated.
All right, and Benny is under this table still. A little bit freaked out, but hopefully he'll settle in okay while we eat.
All right, let's dig in. We have absolutely no napkins or plates or anything, but you know, it's pizza, so.
Good thing. Napkins, I should have asked for napkins though.
Well, yeah.
Here's a dip for you.
You know, I'm really glad we got the van, and I'm glad that you were actually open to it in the end.
Do you remember the first time we ever looked at a van? That was California.
Yep.
And we went to an Airstream dealership, out of curiosity, because neither of us had actually seen an Airstream before, like the inside one. And so we were just curious, and so we wanted to go and look at their trailers. And they had a couple vans on the lot. And so we thought, let's just look. And we stepped in.
Instantly, we're like, oh my God, how can anyone camp in something like this? It's so cramped, there's
So
no
tiny.
space. I couldn't imagine ever being in a van like this.
And they're so expensive. For the size that you get, why would you do this? Things change, and now we fully understand why people, well, maybe we don't fully yet. We think we have an idea of why people, such as ourselves, camp in vans. And I think we're gonna find out really the full reason, like as this journey continues. I think we're gonna really learn even more benefits of traveling this way than we even thought imaginable. So here we are in our tiny camper.
Our cottage on wheels.
Our cottage on wheels, AKA the cow. Let us know in the comments what you think of that name.
I don't like the name, but I haven't been able to think of anything better yet, so.
And I think we need a horn that makes out a loud moo sound. Tell us what you think. Should we add black spots to it? I don't know yet. We could go all out. Anyways, if you have a better suggestion for a name, please
I hope you do.
let us know for Jay's sake. Anyways, we're gonna finish our pizza, and then we're gonna drive back to our home base, and we're gonna spend the night in the van. We'll see you later.
All right, we had to go back to the house a few times to get a couple things, but I think we have everything for the night now.
More or less. So we are just going to settle in here in our driveway. Our first night of camping in our rig. But yeah, we've got our pajamas, we've got our toothbrushes, we've got coffee and tea for the morning. We're all set up again. Benny's got his stuff all set up. We've got toilet paper in a garbage can.
Benny's got his scratcher, right? And you got food and water. You're all good.
And he hasn't come out of that hut since we left for pizza, so I don't know. I think he's a little unhappy with us right now, but hopefully, you know, when the lights start to go out tonight, he'll come out and he'll explore, and he'll keep us awake all night while he's exploring, but he will maybe get a sense for what the place is like.
So now we have to figure out where we're going to change into our pajamas, because in the trailer we had these nice little spots right beside the bed that, you know, was tons enough room to get changed and do whatever. But now I guess we've got the option of like the front area here or like on the bed somehow. I'm going to use the front living room area, which, you know, it's good. It's all blacked out. These blackout curtains we got with insulation, these are actually really good. They're so quick and easy to put in and take out. Yeah, so I guess it's time to change into our pajamas, and then we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning, folks. We've had our first sleep in the van.
Yay.
And how was our sleep? Well,
A little broken, to say the least.
Getting used to all the noises. The fridge cycles, I don't know, maybe every 20 minutes, and it kind of comes out, you hear the compressor, and then it kind of makes some like glug 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 sound.
And I was worried it was water dripping. So it woke me up a few times until I realized that it was the sound of the fridge, because it would only happen when I heard the rest of the fridge cycling. So
yeah, and Benny was moving around a fair bit and kind of snooping around the van, and of course his collar is metal and that was hitting up against things and making noise, so
we will take that off next time.
Definitely.
Yeah, and the poor little thing, he had trouble getting up in the bed at one point, and so he was sitting on the little step stool that we have, and then he let out this horrendous yowl to us. Yeah, so he let out this horrendous cry of help. I had to get out of bed and put him in the bed because he didn't seem like he could get up here, although he had gotten up a couple of times already, so I'm not quite sure what that was about. But
time to get up and maybe get some coffee and tea. All right, let's make some coffee in our van.
First time.
With our brand new fancy, whoa. Okay. 80 on. Aha.
Oh, look at the pretty light.
Wow, this is fancy. Got a fancy milk frother and warmer.
Cream, ooh.
I'm gonna froth my cream, because like, why not really?
Is there a minimum volume that you have to put in that?
Yep.
Oh, do you have enough?
It's exactly the minimum.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yep. All right, and you can see we're using 1500 watts right now, so lots of power to have our morning coffee.
Can we run both things at the same time?
Yeah, we should be able to. All right, let's start that warming. Now let's see what we're at. Oh yeah, see now we're at 2100 watts, but we have a 3000 watt inverter. Artistic shot. Oh, and this beeps when it's done. I wonder if this stops automatically or if it would just like froth it to infinity.
To infinity and beyond.
The frother's making weird sounds. That, and this filter goes in the top. A little bit of coffee.
Just a little?
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll say that much looks good. All right, so I haven't really read up on like the technique to doing pour over coffee, but I feel like it's drip coffee, so just like pour it through slowly. I'm just doing the basics here. But I don't want to pour too much in and then realize that it's too much and have it spill all over the counter, so. I'm gonna be cautious this first time.
Holy cow,
frothy.
it's huge. That little bit of cream, it became so much. You're not gonna be able to fit it all in there.
Maybe not, let's see. Oh, come on, froth. There's a lot of froth left in there, so I think we would need something to...
Oh, like a little spatula.
Yeah. There's Abu.
Benny, move over. No, I don't want to sit on your face. Move over. Sheesh, dude.
All right, we're all settled into our nice little dinette area here. I feel like it actually makes fairly strong coffee. Well, all in all, I think our first night in the van was pretty all right. Now, the next step is going to be for us to go on an actual camping trip. But we still haven't figured out where we want to go yet, so we need your help. Let us know in the comments where you think our first camping trip should be. It has to be close to home, and preferably we'd like to have a lake or something to try out our new stand-up paddle boards. So yeah, let us know what you think, and next time, maybe we'll have some nice scenery to enjoy our coffee with.
Ooh.
See you then.
So now where?
Some of you might know that getting an RV is only... Yes.
To eat? Wait.
Oh, wait.
Britt, pass me back the pizza for a second. All right. Here we go.
All right.
Make sure you don't miss the next video by liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications.
Oh, and don't forget to check out our website and sign up for our weekly email blast.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.